Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We talk animated shows and movies here, especially Miraculous Ladybug, which we're getting into today once again. Find everything out about us at overlyanimated.com. I am your host, Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Delaney Stovall.
Hey, y'all.
And April Collins.
Hi there.
We're back talking Miraculous Ladybug during the off-season between seasons 5 and 6, and we have some season 6 news to go over. There's a trailer of sorts, so we're going to be talking about that. No spoilers yet, I would say. So if you're concerned about spoilers for season 6, nothing major that we're going to get into here, just kind of a teaser trailer that is not even officially out yet. And the main topic for the podcast, we are going over the results of our Post-Season 5 fan survey. So, get to hear what you all thought of various topics surrounding Season 5, and we'll play a game to see who knows the fans better, Delaney or April.
Do we win a prize?
Maybe.
You get voice of the people, I thought. Or is there...
We'll put the voice of the people back up for grabs, I guess, for whoever had it last. It's been a long time. Check out our previous Ladybug podcast. We were on video last time. Check that out at youtube.com/overlyanimated. This one is not on video, just cause, but we might be back next time on video. It's fun. So check.
Delaney's sick. Doesn't feel like it. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, y'all got to make it worth it.
you guys gotta watch the video more. That's true. So youtube.com/overlyanimated. But yes, Delaney, a little under the weather, so we're gonna try to keep it shorter. We'll see, and not on video. But we're excited to be going over all this. And I think that's basically it. So make sure you're subscribed, Overly Animated, search for Overly Animated Miraculous Ladybug wherever you listen to podcasts, and we'd appreciate iTunes reviews as well. That would be Apple reviews, I guess, or whatever. But
even the French children who are upset that the podcast is not in French.
Yeah, we got a negative review on our France feed from French children.
Oh yeah,
it was good because it was not in French, which honestly
French.
Fair. Like, it's a French show.
No, it's a valid criticism. But like,
so I'm sorry that we're not speaking French.
You guys bring up a good point. We don't speak French, so
we'll work on that.
If you would like to fund our Duolingo, what is the Duolingo premium thing called?
And our study abroad trip to Paris.
Yeah.
Yes, that too. Then by all means,
the best way to learn is immersion.
So yeah, Thomas is going to send us to the Ladybug Studios to learn. That's what's going to happen.
Yes, exactly. Perfect.
Okay.
Done.
Anyway.
But we need you, the fans, to make that happen.
Yes, we need you, exactly. Okay. Well, so there you go. Let's but yeah, check out that Cinemonsters podcast. I don't know if everyone's listened to that. That was a fun one. So, and you can watch it on video. Let's get into the big news. Probably people want to hear our thoughts on. Again, this is not really spoilers, so I don't think you need to be concerned for season 6 spoilers. The main thing is going to be a trailer that was at the Annecy Animation Festival. It has not been officially released. There's just kind of a video of someone recording on their phone. You can check out the link to that in the podcast description to that trailer if you want to follow along with us as we talk about it. And then there's some other minor news, but I think we got to get to this trailer, which comes to us courtesy of Kitsy on Twitter. They got the best recording quality out of everyone. There's no sound, don't worry. But yeah, and then there's a London special trailer after, which we'll talk about. But I think we got to start with the elephant in the room, which is this looks different. If you guys noticed the season 6 trailer,
Yeah.
Delaney, did you notice? What are your thoughts on how the animation looks?
It maybe would have taken me a minute to notice if I didn't see y'all talking about it in the Discord the other day.
Okay.
But Adrian's hair looks like terrible, but that's like my only opinion on the matter. But also, again, this isn't like a super high quality video, like, and it's not like finished. So
right. So it should be noted. Good points from Delaney. We don't have the full quality of the trailers here. This is like a phone recording. And we're not sure the extent to which this is intended to be a finished product. It looks like a finished trailer, like finished animation, but we really don't know. So this is kind of speculative opinions here. And we're going to I mean, I'm sure we'll have some opinions, but overall we'll withhold judgment until like the actual episodes. But that being said, yeah. So Delaney, anything other than Adrian? You're not too high or low on it. Just kind of wait and see.
Yeah, the hairs are very fluffy. The animation, I don't really have like an opinion overall on the animation change. Like, I don't think it's like bad or like amazing. It's just different.
Got it.
But it's also not like horrifically like different.
Yeah. Okay, April.
Yeah.
Did you notice? You hadn't heard before. Did you notice it looked very different?
Yes, I did notice that it looks very different. I was also very confused watching this because one, there's no sound, so I couldn't tell if the first part of the video was the trailer for season 6 or if it was the trailer for the London special. So
yeah, first part is the season 6, second part is the London.
Well, now I'm even more confused.
Well, so it starts and it says season 6, right? And then we see the stuff that looks different is season 6, and then it ends with a stinger, which is probably the most interesting part to talk about, coming autumn 2014. I'll believe it when I see it.
I was like, "There's no way." I don't believe
so. And then next is after that. So starting at around a minute is the London special trailer. And that looks like the normal animation style. So that's one of the main takeaways is the London special is in
looks like softer.
Yeah. It looks like they took they smeared like something on the, the lens. And maybe that's just again, it could just be like the video recording quality, but yeah, season 6 looks so different then.
Well, so go to the document and scroll down if you want some more maybe finished models, because we have 2 posters. And those kind of cement that it does look different. It's kind of not just the video. Again, this is kind of pre-season material, so we're not completely sure if this is what's intended to be the end product, but everyone looks different in these posters.
We have different outfits.
Yeah, new clothes.
Yeah, I guess there's a new Ladybug
we're doing
outfit.
Nino again.
I mean, he never left.
I don't need Nino. I'm good.
We're just.
But April, it looks different. Good way, bad way, or we'll see.
We'll see. I feel like for us, it's like it looks different, and we're not saying it's good or bad, and I'm not saying it's good or bad. I can't speak for you guys, but it's just because we're so used to like the same animation style for so long that it's kind of like whenever we watch the Ladybug movie, right? Like it's a little bit jarring to see because it is so different. So, but again, it's not like jarring in a good or a bad way. Like I'm more interested to see like how like movements, action sequences, like things like that are animated in comparison, since we have this whole new look. So is it going to impact how those sequences play out? Is it going to be choppy? Is it going to be really nice and smooth? Like what are we getting here? Like I need to know.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. See how it looks in action. Okay, I will have a more firm take on this. Okay. And this is not for the podcast. This is my real actual. Sometimes there's hot takes for the podcast. This is my real opinion. Before that though, I want to distinguish between animation quality and like the style. Like quality wise, like how well is this animated? I have no comments on this. I just want to say I am not an animator. Typically, we don't analyze we get into like this looks nice and stuff, but this is a recording on the phone. I don't know how high quality this is animated. So I'm not saying it's badly quality. It might actually be an improvement. I have no idea.
And it's kind of like what April said, like what's it look like in action and that kind of thing. Like,
to be determined. It might be better. It's very possible. The style, though, is subjective, and I want to say, like, that is just your personal opinion.
Yeah.
Do you like the way these character models look versus, like, do you like how Disney characters look versus, like, whatever else, do you like 2D? Do you like 3D? None of it's objectively better or worse. We are more used to the original. That being said, I hate what I've seen so far from this season 6 style. I really don't like any of this, and I'm very worried.
Everyone's
now,
hair looks so flat.
I don't like what they've done with the eyes. I'm like, what have you done?
I'm more concerned with the face than the hair, I guess. But honestly, I will say you watch the higher quality version because originally we had worse versions. It does the rest of everything else other than like the characters looks pretty good, I will say. But I just like Ladybug looked great in seasons 4 and 5 and even like 2. Like, why are we changing how this show looks? I'm also worried about the like motivations behind this change. We talked about this during the movie. I think this looks a lot more like the movie, which seems to be
that's
more
what I was thinking too.
Seems to be more Disney-ified characters.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to and I'm worried that people think Disney-ified 3D models look good and all other animation looks bad, which I actually think the opposite. I mean, I think their Disney movies do look good, but I just don't need Ladybug to look like that. Personally, like, I think 2D animation looks better, and if we're doing 3D, I like how Ladybug and later Ruby seasons look compared to this, like, more Disney-ified or more anime-ified. That's just my personal opinion. And something else on a relay that I think I've said before. I think like people who are like big animation fans in the animation community, we like 2D animation better, like, you know, Studio Ghibli's like the ideal, like blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, like that's a typical thing you'll hear. You might be surprised to know that I feel like the normal average person who doesn't watch a lot of animation, the normies, you know, like they think Disney movies look like amazing, that 3D, like not even necessarily the good Disney movies, like any sort of typical big movie release that you see, that type of 3D animation, that's what looks good. Anything 2D looks worse to them. Now, not everyone, but this is like a typical opinion you might hear, which is kind of shocking if you're in the 2D streets, like the
2D street.
Like, to me, the 2D looks so much better than the average movie.
So my thing is, when you say that, like, I think of Encanto. I think Encanto looks really good. Here, it looks bad. Like,
Well,
I also like Ladybug had like a very distinct style. Also, everything here to me looks washed out. Like, where did our colors go?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see on that type of thing. In terms of the models, I mean, you start off the trailer, Alia, we see Alia's face. I think she looks terrible, to put frankly.
She got a haircut.
Yeah, she got a haircut. I have no problem with the haircut. I do think it looks bad, like the hair.
Yeah. And again, there's also... I'm just trying to be so positive here because I know animation is such hard work, and
yeah, and again, it's not like the way it's not like the quality of how it's animated. It's like the high level decision in changing this is kind of like what I'm talking
why
about.
Did we?
Well, and the thing that I wonder about is because it does look very similar to the movie. So is season 6 picking up where the movie left off? Or
well, I will say, if you're going to change the animation, like, first of all, why for a successful show? But if you are, maybe the time is after a wish that changes the world, and you're entering a new era of the show. So I do think it makes sense to do it now. That being said, we saw post-wish stuff at the end of season 5, and it didn't look like this.
I was going to say, wouldn't it have been so hilarious, though, if at the end...
If it changed styles? I mean, that would have been really cool, honestly. I think we would have liked it.
The world is chibi now.
Yeah. No, to me, it looks more chibi, this style.
Yes,
and it looks less realistic.
Their heads are ginormous.
I like the way Ladybug is 3D animated in that it's like realistic looking, but not like photorealistic. I like that. Like, if we're doing 3D, I prefer 2D animation, but if we're doing 3D, I like that, like, realistic, but still like has like charm to it. Again, I think Ruby kind of has a similar approach.
Like, I was gonna say a cartoon. I don't need you to try and trick me into thinking these are real people.
Well, I was gonna say, like what is it? I absolutely love like the look of Arcane.
Yeah,
like that animation. Like, it's very unique and it's so gorgeous. So I'm like, are you guys? What are you trying to do here, my friends? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I mean, we're far removed from arcane stuff, I think, but yeah, I think what they're trying to do is have more Disney-ish like movie style animation that appeals to more people, and like maybe they're right that this is more appealing in this day and age, but like to us, I don't know. I mean, at least to me,
disagree.
I don't like it, so. And
Cat Noir's face looks so weird in this poster.
Also, watching, like, I have watched 5 seasons of this show, and you just gonna make them look different now? Why?
Yeah, and yeah,
I get excited
it's weird
for outfit changes. I'm not feeling too great about an animation change. And like you said, the special is not an animation change.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Overall, like, I'm just concerned about the changing direction. Thomas is going to be less involved moving forward. I don't know to what extent. We previously talked about that, but it's like he's.
Well,
I
we
think
can see.
Yeah.
Also, the other news we have, I think, is also concerning.
Yes.
Well, we can bring that up quickly. There's Miraculous Corp was made, which.
Also, this sounds like a supervillain thing. Like, why would you do that?
60% Medwan and 40% Zag. I actually think this is a positive. So Medwan is the owner of Method Animation, who actually animates Ladybug. I was surprised that Zag has a minority ownership of Ladybug.
That's what shocked me.
And typically we have said, let Thomas cook, don't let Jeremy Zag cook. I mean, that's obviously, we don't know what we're talking about. It's a simplification. But if you're under that mindset, Thomas works for Medwan overall, not Zag. So maybe this is a positive in that the Thomas side of things is owning the direction of Ladybug moving forward. That being said, that's a gross simplification of what's happening. But, we'll see. We don't really know. This is like a businessy thing. I assume there's not going to be much of a practical effect on the future direction of Ladybug.
Maybe, but I mean,
I think it means more like nonsense. Like, also, I think they've just given up on Zag Heroes. They're like, well, we tried.
We'll see. I mean, I think they're going to try. I don't know how that's going to go, but I feel like maybe where you're coming from, Delaney, is like more businessy things happening. They're going to make more corporate decisions, more spin-off, like weird type things.
Yeah, and then also,
but like that also, like I agree with Delaney on that though, because I mean, we've clearly have seen one change. Like,
also in the announcement, they named the CEO of Miraculous Corp, and they previously were like in charge of Cocomelon, which I think is the other like kind of this what you're talking about is like we're trying to go more mainstream, which could be bad. Like, how did the show get successful? Because it's like its own thing, and then it's like, okay, now we're just gonna do this. Obviously, we have no idea what season 6 is gonna be about. I do want to know why Marinette is like spying on Adrian. Like, you're dating, right? What's going on?
Okay, we'll go back to that in a second. Yeah, it's a fair point. Like Ladybug, this is a little bit of a simplification, but Ladybug kind of like an indie show. It's from an independent studio. Now it says a ton of money behind it, but an independent indie darling blows up, one of the most successful shows in the world. Okay, now we're going like big corporate, So maybe that's the negative way of looking at it. So that would be bad. We'll see. So back to the animation style, quickly going over the characters because we do have them in some amount of detail. I think Marinette looks okay. I think Marinette and Ladybug look okay. Right? I don't think it's
another costume change. It's different again.
The new
I don't
suit.
like this one.
I just don't like her eyes. They messed up her eyes.
It just everyone looks more cartoony to me. I don't know. Marinette looks okay. Adrian though. I think Adrian is
so different.
The big loser. The big loser of the style change is Adrian. He looks very bad, I think.
Look at his face in this poster is killing me.
Oh, his face in the poster is like jacked up.
And Cat Noir in the poster looks bad, but Cat Noir in I don't know, in the animation he looks okay, but
yeah, he looks fine.
Fine.
He needs a haircut or something. Like they need to fix his hair. I don't know what they did to him, but it's bad.
It's because all of their hair. It's like they did like
they're like we're gonna animate each strand of hair, and I'm like, I don't think we needed to do that here.
But it doesn't even look like that because Ollie's hair just looked like they took a block and stuck it on her head and we're like, we're done, we did it. Like, if you're gonna like Disneyify the animation, like go all in on Alia's curls because.
Oh, and then the same thing is like they like also Marinette's hair isn't that detailed. However, I will say her Ladybug's hair, she's got like red tips.
The red
now.
tips.
And I'm like,
we'll never be able to recognize her now.
We'll never know.
It's a big change.
I just
that's interesting. So 17 and 18 seconds into the trailer from the link in the description is Adrian. I think that's kind of the best showcase of him looking very different. Everything with Ladybug's okay. There's a villain in the trailer. I don't think it's worth going over, but interesting.
The villain was why I was confused if it was like the London special or not, because they seem to like focus on that one villain, and I'm like, that's not the main villain.
It
and
does look like an
tell
Olympics person. It's interesting.
Yeah,
but, I think it's I think it's an akumatized villain, which is interesting that we're still akumatizing people. Probably.
Who's doing this? Who's akumatizing? What's happening?
I don't know who was smiling at the end of that trailer.
Where's Marinette spying on Age? Oh, I guess it's in the very beginning. Is Marinette
in the very beginning? Binoculars.
Presumably, yes. So yeah, I don't know.
Okay, to be fair, it cuts. There's no way of knowing that's what she's
it might be interspliced, but yeah, you guys are dating now. It's a good point. Okay, and then the other main thing is after the trailer, there's a stinger at like 47, 48 seconds. You see someone smiling. Who is this?
Tomoe. It's Tomoe.
No, it's definitely Tomoe.
I also thought it was Tomoe. So I guess we're 3 for 3 on that. Yeah. Okay, so we think it's Tomoe, which might lend credence to the fact that Tomoe could be the main villain of the season. We're going to get to that question in the survey. So that's interesting.
Ooh.
Now, just because there's someone smirking at the end of the trailer doesn't mean they're the main villain, but that's kind of the spot you'd put them in, and if you're making a teaser trailer.
Yeah.
And like, it's so obvious who it is, too. The collar on the neckline, like, come on.
I mean, it's a different style, so there's no way to really know.
Stop it.
It's like also like who's just an older woman who looks like this in Ladybug world. It's like there's only one answer here. I feel like
with the very distinct neckline on their shirt, their collar, or
does she have her clothes? I don't even. know.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm about to screenshot.
I don't have Tomoe's outfit memorized.
Why not?
I should apparently. It's my fault. There you go. Okay, and we also have the London special, Miraculous World, London, At the Edge of Time, which will be coming out later this year. What will come first? London or season 6? We don't know. Who knows? If
something comes first, I think it would be the special, but I also don't believe them.
In terms of what airs on Disney USA, I don't believe any of it this year, but we'll see.
Well, one of them said autumn and the other said Q4.
Yeah.
So
what they're saying is that season 6 should kick off first, I believe is what they're saying.
I don't believe it's fake news.
It's they're estimating.
Fake news.
Okay, but
I'm
then
sorry, autumn 24, I literally made me laugh. I was like, there's no way. Like
in terms of the London trailer, we don't need to get into it as much depth, but it is in the same animation style as the show, which is interesting, but maybe it's because we see the fact that it integrates into the season 5 finale. There's maybe some new Bunnix time shenanigans happening.
Yeah.
It hasn't changed styles yet.
So Marinette's like coming back to the season 5 finale, maybe is what's happening here, but I don't
Drama.
Really know.
Also, she looks sad. Drama.
I know.
I guess at least we'll get to see the show looking good one last time.
That's right.
But the reason they would animate it in this style is because they're reusing animation from season 5 finale, so they would have to.
Yeah, I also like the concept that like we got a new world, and so the animation's different. Just like conceptually, that's hilarious to me.
I think it's a fun concept. I think like this would have been production wise, logistically probably horrible, but it would have been so much better, like we said, if they did it in the epilogue of season 5.
I'm telling you, if we had a joke epilogue and it's like chibi, I would have lost it.
It's like this is an alternate universe, like a Spider-Verse. Like here's the
or if they had gone through
yes.
ones like they look like the Powerpuff Girls or something, so funny. Or it looks like Code Lyoko. You would have lost it, Dylan. You would have like
that would have been good.
I
mean, I think like this is the Chibi Show is season 6. It's what it looks like to me. I don't know. Any other thoughts? Any London special thoughts?
No. I'm more concerned about season 6.
I know.
I mean, I feel like the London special is going to cause me like psychic damage, but
yeah, it will.
Like the trailer immediately, I was like, oh no. My wife and I were recently talking about like, she was talking about something that like, you know, she can't like read something at work because she's like, oh my, she just squeals like a little girl. And I was like, well, I can't like watch Ladybug in public. I will like, I have to like take a lap. And she's like, because, you know, she's literally sat there and watched it. And I have to like pause and scream for like 20 minutes because like I just, every time I watch Ladybug, it suffers psychic damage.
We should have put that on the fan survey. Do you pause when you're watching Ladybug? Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
next time we'll do that. Next
time.
Or how many times do you pause? And like on average.
Yeah, how many? Yeah, exactly. How many times? April or Delaney, any other last thoughts on season 6 animation here, or is anything with the season 6 trailer that we missed?
I wish I could have heard it.
Yeah, no sound.
I think it's funny that Adrian's little workout outfit is like I think it's funny when characters have their like little color.
Oh yeah, Adrian's running in there. Who's he running with? I don't know.
That's who the internet's spying on, supposedly. I think it might be the villain, but it also might be a woman. I can't tell.
Yeah,
Hold on, I'm watching it again.
Remember that they're supposed to be in like freeform school where you can do whatever you want, and maybe Adrian's attending the same school as Marinette.
And they were like, "Did you see their new locker room that doesn't have doors?" I'm like, "This is gonna be difficult for y'all."
Oh, I didn't notice those.
So it's so interesting because the person that he's running with doesn't have like a face.
Yes.
They're
just like a ghost.
Yeah, it is pretty funny. I think this is like the gym. I feel like it maybe always was like this. I don't know though. Anyway. So overall though, okay, because since I was pretty negative about this, I do want to say overall, to be determined. We'll see when season 6 airs. I'm not passing judgment. I am worried about the future direction of the show with like a less involved Thomas, with like a worse animation from my perspective style. It's like I'm worried, but like we'll see. And we don't even have like an officially released trailer, so like we can't pass judgment.
Why is Thomas less involved? This is his baby. I know he's doing other things, but like, come on, Thomas.
Yeah, in theory, he's been working on an Astro Boy show. So
yeah, that's right.
But yeah, so I do think he's still involved in the writing of the season. We went over this like years ago when it was announced, because of course this was we're like when the show's coming out, it happened years ago. Anyway,
and not to be confused with the other Astro Boy show that just like kind of recently came out on Netflix.
I think there's and then there's like an Ultraman movie on Netflix.
Yes.
I don't know the difference. Okay.
Anyway,
Ultraman, I don't have Netflix.
It's a different IP.
Yeah, sounds similar. There you go. So that let us know what you thought of the trailer. But now let's get to the fan survey. So if you guys want us to talk more about that, I mean, let's wait till stuff is officially released, you know. So I mean, this was like officially released this was like them promoting it in Annecy, but I mean like online and
like we used to do trailer breakdowns like second by second.
I know we did that. We did
that
a little bit.
Not today.
Yeah, we're too old for that. Okay, no, but if there's an official trailer, maybe. Okay, let's get to the survey. So, I asked you guys to fill out this fan survey. Not a great job by y'all. We have 45 responses. I believe we had hundreds last time, but that's mostly because Thomas retweeted it. We did not get the Thomas bump this time, but we are going to go over the results with 45 responses. I will keep the responses open if you guys want to chime in and like later, and we could check in on again in a few months to see any new thoughts. So I will leave it open. I believe I'll put the link again in the description. But we have 45 responses here, mostly from people who listen to the podcast. And we are going to play a game. I have the results. April and Delaney have not seen them. For each question, we're going to alternate between Delaney and April, and then one of them is going to guess the most popular response to the question and what % of people they think picked that option. If you get it, and then the other one will do the same. But, you know, the person who goes second, I guess, has an advantage. But not really. It doesn't really matter.
Depends.
1 point if you get the most popular response correct, and an additional point if you're within 5% higher or lower in either direction. And you can still get the second point if you don't get which option is first. That's a little complicated, but you guys will see. Delaney and April, any questions on these rules?
No.
Nope.
Okay, so you guys are going to open up the survey, and I should open it in 2 tabs so I can go back and forth between the questions and the answers. And then if you guys can follow along at home if you want to open up the survey. Otherwise, I will read aloud the question and the response. So let's start here. Again, I would say this is mostly it's for some context, overly animated listeners. 39 out of 45 picked an answer for who's your favorite co-host. So this is mostly, and I did try to link it on social media, so that would be the remaining people, but this is mostly our fans. Okay. First question. What did you think of the season 5 finale? Options are loved it, liked it, it was okay, or I didn't like it. So, Delaney, what did you think is the most popular answer here and what percent?
Liked it. 65.
Okay. High percentage. April, what do you think?
Oh. We can't pick the same one, right?
You can pick the same one.
I want to say liked it, but more like 55%.
55% liked it. So you both think liked it. Any thoughts on why?
I'm going to change my answer to loved it.
Nope, we already locked in. Okay. The correct response was, it was close. I'll post the results in the doc so you guys can see. Loved it was the most popular answer with 44%, followed by liked it with 40%.
Oh, I heard.
It was okay, 13%. I didn't like it. I think one person responded. So fans pretty split between loved it and liked it for the season 5 finale. I will say I think our audience is going to be more of the positive Ladybug fans, probably. We're not really. I didn't post it on Ladybug Reddit. We're not getting those type of things, So that might be useful information. Any thoughts on this? I think this sounds about right. Split between loved it and liked it.
Yeah, I just figured because I know you said that it was like our fans, and you're right. We all tend to be more, I think, on the positive side, but I don't know. I feel like the overall that I got, just based off of like social media posts and X, Y, and Z, was like a very liked it mood. Like they really liked it, but they might not say that they loved it. So
yeah, I think our fans seem to be more positive. Yeah,
I changed my answer because I remembered they got together.
They got together.
Yeah,
they got together before the finale.
That's all anyone cares about.
It's a good keep Adrianette at the top of your mind. I like that. Okay. There you go. I don't know if that's true. Anyway, next question. No points for either of you on that first one. Next question.
That's fine.
I changed my answer. Did I not get that point?
No, I said you were locked in already because remember you went first. You can't go. So now April will go first.
Okay.
So next question. Was season 5 the best season of Ladybug so far, in your opinion? The answer is what's the best season? Yes, or season 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. So April, what do you think people said was the best season of Ladybug?
Oh, they definitely said yes. Season 5, yes, was the best season. And given the percentage from the last question, I'm going to probably keep I don't know. This is hard. I don't like this.
I didn't know. Oh, I wasn't prepared to having to pick numbers. I didn't know we were playing a math game.
Just pick a number. Look, keep in mind that there's 5 responses, right? So it might be hard for anything to be too high. But if you think this is a very popular answer, so just think those type of things.
I think yes, and I'm going to give it like a 65%. No, yeah, okay. I'll stick with 65.
Okay, 65%. Delaney, what do you think?
No, season 4, 30%.
Why do you say no season 4?
I don't know. It just feels right.
Okay, the correct answer is definitely season 5. 71% of respondents said season 5 is the best season of Ladybug.
I'm gonna lose this game.
Yeah, based on that was a very bad answer. But I think our fans though love season 5. Well, that's what we're finding out here. Look, that's what we're learning. Season 4, 22%. This is the weirdest one to me. Season 2, 3 people said season 2. Nobody said season 3. Nobody said season 1.
Really?
I'm sensing a trend here. Like 3 people specifically said, are there season 2 truthers out there? Is that what's happening?
Apparently.
But okay.
I mean, it was a fun season.
Kind of get that because season 2 is whenever like we flipped the game on itself. You know what I mean?
I think season 3, like the finale, people thought was really annoying with like Luke and Kagami misleads. So maybe season 2 was like before they started getting annoying, but after it got better. Maybe that's what people.
Yeah,
think.
And it wasn't like. And we were finally getting out of like the monotony of season 1.
Yeah, I could see it. Anyway, what do we think of season 5 being 71%? I like it. I'm glad we're fans on the same page here. Season 4 is also a good answer, so I think people who said that also make sense.
Yes.
So April gets 1 point here, barely missed the second point.
Woo! I was trying to be smart, and I just.
Try to be dumb. That'll be the better. We'll see. We'll see. These questions get harder though, so this is going to be. We're going to be probably way off on some of these. That's okay. I had complicated questions here, so I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question: were you satisfied with the big wish? Time for the wish questions. The questions are: I was completely satisfied. I was mostly satisfied. I wasn't really satisfied, but I still loved the finale. I was not satisfied at all. Delaney, what do you think the most popular response was and what percent?
I wasn't really satisfied, but I still loved the finale, 50%.
Okay. April, what do you think?
I think it's the same. So I wasn't really satisfied, but I still loved the finale. But I think the percentage might be more like 40%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's post the answers. The most popular answer slightly was I was mostly satisfied with the big wish.
Darn it.
Rude.
Closely followed by what you guys said. I wasn't really satisfied at all, but I still love the finale at 35%. The other 2 responses also 15 and 8%. So you both didn't get the most popular. I mean, we're 45 responses. This is a difference of 2 votes here. So like, keep that in mind. I need to reread my rules here to see if April gets the second point. You can still get the second point if you get the percent for your option, but it's not most popular. So April guessed 40% for the orange option. So she does get a point for the second option. Okay. So April at 2, Delaney at 0 here. Still.
I don't like this game.
I don't like it either.
Look, there's a lot of time to come back. I don't know. That's the percentage question is confusing, but look, a lot of these. I mean, you guys were almost right. But anyway, I was mostly satisfied with the big wish. I'm surprised by that got as high as 40%. Well, so over 50% of people were either completely or mostly satisfied with the wish.
Okay,
that's crazy.
That being said, I mean, look, this is a very positive audience, and only 55% of people were completely and mostly satisfied is the other way to look at it. So a lot of people were dissatisfied.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's good. I guess good, but we'll see maybe how people interpreted the wish could go. But anyway, overall, people are split on if they did or didn't like the wish, basically. Next question. This is the most complicated question of the survey. Because this is the one I wanted to know the most, so I really wanted to drill into this. When you watched the season 5 finale for the first time, did you think Emily, Adrian's mom, was alive? And then I said, she's not, by the way. That's Amelie, Felix's mom, according to Thomas and the writers. So the possible answers were, I immediately knew Emily wasn't alive. Second option, I was confused at first, but quickly thought Emily wasn't alive. I thought Emily was alive, or I was confused on first watch, but learned she might not be from other people or the internet. Next response, I thought Emily was alive for a long time. I just learned from this question that Emily isn't back. She's not. And then last response, I still think Emily is alive and they're trying to trick us. So now I understand that a few of these you could think both, so like the middle options, you could think both of these at once, but I just wanted people to pick one. Okay. I understand. I'm sorry this is very confusing, but April, I think it's your turn. What was the most popular response and what was the percentage?
I think the most popular one was the third one, where they thought she was alive or they were confused and then learned that she might not be from other people on the internet. But I want to say that the percentage that it was the most popular is probably like 37%.
Girl, what?
Okay. 37%.
What?
Delaney, what do you think was most popular?
So I thought Emily was alive for a long time, 20%.
Okay.
Everyone is stupid like me.
Well, what would you guys say was? I feel like for all of us, the answer is I thought Emily was alive, but we learned from the internet. I mean, I guess for those are the problem is those that and I thought Emily was alive for a long time are kind of the same. So that's kind of confusing. But yeah, I guess either of those are true for us. So we're one of those two that you guys picked. Okay. Here are the results in the thing. Very confusing. The most popular answer, very narrowly, was I was confused at first, but quickly thought Emily wasn't alive. Closely followed by what April said. Learn from the internet. Delaney's. This is confused. Delaney said, I thought Emily was alive for a long time. Only 2 people said that. But again, that kind of goes along with the one April said. Anyway, so neither of you got the most popular point, but April gets the second point, I believe. April said 37%, which was the answer for the most popular, by the way, but not the one April chose was 35%. Okay, so April 3, Delaney 0.
Wait, what was the most popular one?
I was confused at first, but quickly thought Emily wasn't alive. So here's what I want to know. Who thought it was Emily? Who thought it was Amelie? So let's kind of combine some of these responses. So people who thought it was Emily was alive either picked, I learned from the internet. I thought Emily was alive for a long time. I still think Emily is alive. I believe one of these responses, no one picked the she's not. I learned from this question, which would have been funny. So no one picked that. Good. So, people, so 35 plus 4 plus 4. So I believe slightly okay, I need to break out the calculator. It's pretty close to 50 people, 50-50 people who thought. So the other responses, I was confused at first, but quickly thought Emily wasn't alive. I'm counting that for people thought Emily wasn't alive all along, even though it was unclear to them. And I immediately knew Emily wasn't alive.
You're giving me a headache. This question is like literally hurting my brain.
So I know, I'm sorry. That's 25 out of 40. So 63% of people thought Emily was alive. And so a majority of people thought Emily was alive. A minority of people like us did not think it. What the opposite of what I said. A majority of people didn't think Emily was alive. But it was pretty close to 50-50. There's not a lot of answers. Almost everyone was confused, at least at first, by the wish. I will say that. So that only the one response, I immediately knew Emily wasn't alive, 17%. So, 82% of people were confused by the wish, but still a majority of people understood the intent of the show. Just us we didn't understand. So I don't know. What does this mean? I think people are pretty split on terms of did they think Emily was alive or not soon after they watched. Are you guys surprised by this, or is it just all too confusing?
I'm a little surprised. I'm also confused.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think it's split makes sense, but I would have thought it would have been flipped a little bit. I think I would have thought more people would have thought Emily was alive because we were so confused about that. So I don't know. It's not the biggest sample size, but overall, though, if you have anything close to half your audience not understanding the big thing that happened in, that's not great. But this at least shows that maybe we should have understood it better. I don't know. So you guys chime in the comments what your thoughts on those results are. But I know it was a hard one to parse the results. Let's get to any other wish thoughts. No. Let's keep going.
I'm kind of like. It sounds bad to be like, I'm kind of over the wish because
I'm over talking about it. Yeah. I think we'll have to talk about it one more time when season 6 starts, just to revisit it in the context. Yeah, but that's it.
That's fine.
Look, I would have responded. I loved the finale. And I wasn't satisfied at all by the wish, but I still love the finale. It's like I think you can still love the finale, but not be satisfied by the wish. So I think that's
Yes.
That would have been my answer.
What was the best episode of season 5? There are 25 responses. I combined two-parters, so Kwame's Choice Parts 1 and 2 are one option, and the finale Parts 1 and 2 are one option. Action is also in there for the lulz. So,
for the lulz.
Did anyone pick Action? We'll find out. Delaney, what were the fans pick for the best episode of season 5? What percent?
Representation, 10%.
Okay, I like going low because there's so many options. It's a smart pick. April, what do you think?
I don't know. There's so many episodes.
It just gives just pick one. It doesn't matter.
Just pick one.
Give me a point.
Confirmation. I'm gonna say 21%.
So April picks the finale, 21%, basically. Okay. There are a lot of different selections here. So a lot of people like the correct and the most popular answer was Emotion was the pick for best episode at a large 31%. That's significant. Emotion is the Argos first episode, you know. So good pick, I think. I think that is definitely one of the top 5 episodes of the season. So I think good pick by the fans. Next most popular was a tie with the finale and Representation. Your guys' picks.
Yeah.
So those are the next most popular. I was surprised that Kwame's Choice only got 3 votes.
Really?
And Elation only 2 votes. Perfection 2 votes. I don't even remember what that one is. And then there's a bunch of others with 1 vote. So there you go. Jubilation with 2 votes. I also don't remember what that one is, but we can look it up. That's the problem with these names. They don't describe the episode at all. So the top 3 most popular episodes by far were Emotion, the finale, and Representation. Good picks, I think.
Yeah. Solid.
A lot of good
picks.
Episodes this season, though. Nice to see people picking a lot of different episodes.
Yes.
Okay. No points were issued on that question. Let's move to the next one. That was a hard one, though. What's your favorite Miraculous World special so far? New York, Shanghai, or Paris? April, which do you think people picked?
Oof. I think the Paris one was super popular. I know which one was my favorite, but I think the Paris one was super popular, and I want to give it a 54%.
Okay. Delaney, what do you think?
I agree with April, but I'm going to go with New York special. What did you say, April? What was your percent?
54%.
60%.
Ooh.
Okay. The most popular special was the Paris special by far at 68%. Higher than
Dang
April.
it!
Huh. Followed by the New York special, 20%, Shanghai at 11%. I was surprised by this. There's an overwhelming favorite to the Paris special. My favorite's the New York special.
The internet, my favorite's the New York special too, but the internet loved the Paris special.
I guess so, yeah.
They were in
I mean, there's a lot. It's fun with the different models and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know it would be this high. I thought it might have been split between New York and Paris, but it was a big favorite for the Paris special. So April gets 1 point there.
Delaney, 0 points. Just
Delaney with 0 points.
No.
Delaney, I think you can break out of it with this next question. So it's confirmed that Adrian is definitely a Senna monster, right? Yes or no?
Yes, 100%.
Delaney says yes, 100%. April, what do you think?
I think it's yes. I was going to say 75%, but that doesn't make sense. Yes, 90%.
The correct answer. Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good job, Delaney. 45 out of 45 people who answered the survey said, yes, Adrian's definitely a Santa monster.
Good. The people know.
I'm surprised. I mean, I think if Thomas retweeted this, we would have gotten some no's from those type of fans, but at least we're in consensus that Adrian is definitely a Santa monster.
We did it.
It's not the cult anymore. I mean, if a cult is like right about something, does that make it not a cult? I guess it's still a cult. They just happen to be right.
We could have a really deep discussion about this, but I think it's a cult.
Delaney gets 2 points. April only gets 1 point. Catching up.
Fine.
April 5, Delaney 2 on the board here.
Look, as long as I don't have 0, I'm fine. I don't care anymore.
I'm just happy all our fans said yes to this answer. That's the most important
You all
thing.
passed the test. The survey, the only reason we did this survey was
that was the test,
So it's been decided we're going to continue podcasting about Ladybug. Thanks, you guys.
Oh yeah, if anyone said no, we would have stopped. Okay. More interesting question. Do you think Adrian will learn he's a Santa monster in season 6? We debated this last podcast. Yes or no? April, you start on this one.
Oof. I think our fans said yes, but I think it's like a 62%.
Okay, Delaney.
No, 100%.
Delaney's throwing at this point. The correct answer is yes, 62%. April nailed it.
Are you serious?
You got the exact percentage.
What?
I think April's going to win. April has 7 points. Delaney has 2. But 62% of people, yes, thought Adrian will learn he's a Santa monster in season 6.
No, that's not real, Dylan.
April nailed it.
Joking.
Well, it's your guess. What do you mean you were joking? Delaney, I think we arrived at yes though at the end of last podcast. I think that was our guess. Was a yes, it would happen.
Who knows? That was in the past. I've slept since then.
Yeah,
I've slept.
You're a new person now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a new person now. I don't know.
It's pretty close. So any of these like 60, not that we didn't get that many, but any of these 60%, it's like the fandom split. Like, so I think this makes sense. We don't really know if he'll learn next season. But as we discussed last time, I think there's a lot of thematic reason for him to learn next season. So we will see. Next question.
Also, as you continue playing the game, I get more and more pessimistic, so it alters my answers.
Yeah, you're gonna make hotter takes every time. So you'll do
I was
worse.
I feel like I'm catching on to the what was it, 45 people or whoever took the survey. Yeah. Like I got your number now.
Okay, April's got your number. Next question. Do you care that Marinette and Adrian haven't learned each other's identities yet? The options were I don't care at all since the show has been great. I would have preferred it happen earlier, but I'm happy with them dating now and not knowing. I really wish it happened earlier, but season 5 was good, so I hate that it hasn't happened yet, but it not happening doesn't ruin the show Or I hate that it hasn't happened yet and it's really ruined the show for me. Back to Delaney. What was the most popular response?
Number 2, I would have preferred it happened earlier, but I'm happy with them dating now. 54%.
Okay. April.
I think I hate that it hasn't happened yet, but it not happening doesn't ruin the show. So, and I'm going to give that a 39%.
Okay. The most popular response was, I don't care at all since the show has been great.
What? Really?
Almost 50% of people.
Too optimistic.
This is a very optimistic crowd. Second most popular was the one Delaney said, I would have preferred it happen earlier, but I'm happy with them dating now. 31%. April's response was, I hate that it hasn't happened yet, but it doesn't ruin the show. It was only 9%. 9% really wish it happened earlier, but season 5 was so good. And we had one troll, I think, after I posted this on social media, who said it did ruin the show for them. I mean, that's not necessarily a troll. I do think there's a lot of Ladybug fans who kind of this did ruin the show for them. That they haven't learned each other's identities.
I'm seeing not the next question, but the question after that. I completely forgot about the Scream. I was like, what are y'all talking about?
Talking about the Scream.
The Supreme.
Oh. The Supreme. Oh, yeah. We're going to get to that. Yeah. I also forgot. I also forgot about the Supreme.
You forgot you made the survey!
I'll more information. But so in terms of half of our fans don't care at all, they didn't learn each other. That's a very optimistic response. Personally, I would have answered. I would have preferred it happen earlier, but I'm happy with them dating now.
I feel like the majority of the fandom would pick that answer.
Yes, I think if you ask this to Twitter in general, maybe that would have been the most popular answer. Or what April said, I hate that it didn't happen now, but it doesn't ruin the show. I think that would have also been a more popular answer. But our fans are happy with it having not happened yet. I'm cool with that. I do, since the show, I mean, that's fair. The show has been great. So, like, ultimately, whatever.
Yeah.
Look, but especially if season 6 is worse, I think we're going to be less forgiving about this, but we'll see. I mean, that's, no reason to think so.
Absolutely. We're
Okay.
come for blood.
No, we're always nice. We're so nice. Don't worry, Ladybug crew. Okay. Next question: will Marinette and Adrian learn each other's identities in season 6? Answer: yes. No, and they never will. No, not until season 7 or 8. No, not until after season 8, but it will happen. April, did Delaney go first? Wait, who went first last time?
I don't remember.
Delaney went first last time. April, what is the most popular response?
I think it's the no, not until seasons. Oh no, because these people have been so optimistic.
Yeah, but this optimistic?
I think my heart and gut tells me no, not until season 7 or 8. And it's not gonna be very high of a maybe 50%.
Okay. Delaney.
I think these people are Delulu, and I think it's yes, 50%.
This is fair based on the previous responses, but the most popular answer was no, not until season 7 or 8.
I'm quitting. I don't want to play this game anymore. It's not fun. It sucks.
I thought you were just happy to troll at this point. We're going back and forth.
In the soul.
No, yes was the second most popular answer, though, from Delaney, followed by...
I'm still right. They're Delulu, though.
No, not until after season 8, but it will happen. 9% of people said no, and they never will.
That would have been my vote. That is what I would have put.
I think that's the best response. So I think more people should have picked never identities. April gets 1 point on that one.
That's fine.
Just missed the second point, but
I don't want it.
So I think interesting that the survey responders are very positive, but still don't think it's going to happen in season 6. But this is still pretty positive, 7 or 8. I mean, that's still relatively soon, I guess.
I mean, maybe.
I think I would answer. I mean, it's hard to because how long's Ladybug going? I think based on the current trajectory of the show, this will happen in the last season, right? So whatever the last season is. But no, it really should happen next season.
Nursing home, and we're gonna be like, turn on Ladybug.
It's finally gonna happen.
They're gonna learn each other's identity.
And we finally die.
No, old Delaney's gone senile. It's obvious they're never going to learn each other's identities. Calm down.
Just staring at the television.
It's the future. Okay, so, but most people think it will. Almost everyone thinks it will happen, which is interesting.
Good for them.
Okay, now time for very interesting season 6 prediction questions. Who will be the main villain of season 6? The answers were Lila /Therese, Tomoe, Gabriel Agreste somehow, Natalie, the Supreme. I will say I did not originally have the Supreme as a response to either this or the next question, but I saw one person answer the Supreme for these questions, so that at least one person answered, and I added it later. So I did not originally even consider the Supreme for either of these next 2 questions.
Good job, right in person.
Good job, people.
Proud of you.
The Supreme or other, so people can write stuff in. So there's a lot of answers to this one. But April, or Delaney, who do you think people said will be the main villain of the season 6?
So I think the best answer is Gabriel Agreste somehow, but I do think the answer is Tomoe, and it's 30%.
April.
I also think, I also think it's Tomoe. And 43%.
Okay. This is a surprise. The most popular answer is Lila, 64%.
What?
Jeez,
Nope.
That's crazy. They were like, we are certain.
Nope. I mean, it's not. It didn't ask how certain are you, but yeah, most people's guess was Lila. No points on that one. I am surprised by this. That being said, I think we're like mostly convinced it's either Tomoe or Gabriel somehow, but like the default is Lila, so I guess that makes sense the most because Lila is the one who gets the stinger at the end of season 5. I think people aren't considering Tomoe enough. Only 20% of people said Tomoe.
Wow.
Only one person said Gabriel regressed somehow. That would have been me.
The Supreme one, though, like, I had not really considered it until...
So the Supreme, by the way, is the off-screen villain from the Paris special.
Yes.
I've completely forgot about them. One person said the Supreme for this. Maybe more people answered to the next question, so we will see. Other write-ins included Lila working for the Supreme. Interesting. Mr. Pigeon. Okay.
That was a good one.
That's a good
I
one.
think a very long response about Lila will be the new Hawkmoth, but then Tomoe will be controlling things. Okay. So I think that's someone wrote in a more nuanced response. I think that's fair too. If Lila is like the initial villain and then Tomoe eventually comes out of the shadows, I think that'd be interesting. Nobody responded. Natalie. No votes.
No, Natalie's good girl.
Yeah, we love Natalie.
We're all in agreement. Okay.
Yeah.
Now for the most complicated writing question, but who or what, I mean, hopefully most people didn't write in. Who or what is the lightning behind Lila/Cerise at the end of the season 5 finale? The answers I put as options were Tomoe, Gabriel from Beyond the Grave, Bunnix, the Supreme, which I added. I have no idea is an option people could pick, or other, and they could have written in. This is a tough one. Delaney, is Delaney up now?
It's April's turn.
April.
Me?
What was the most popular response here?
I have no idea, and I'm giving it. A 68%.
Is that what you would have picked? I have no idea.
Yes.
Okay, Delaney.
I have no idea. 38%.
Okay. The correct answer is I have no idea. 42%.
Oh.
Do I get it? Do I get 2
Delaney
points?
gets the bonus point. Delaney is up to 4 points now. April up to 9 points. Good job, Delaney.
I'm cheering for Delaney in this, okay?
Okay, so let's go through these responses. So not a majority of people, but most, more than the other options said, I have no idea, 42%. That's funny, but I agree. Now, interestingly, the most popular pick from people, especially if you include write-in answers, so there were, because I initially didn't have the Supreme on the ballot. So the Supreme is the most popular specific option that people chose here for who is behind Lila. Now, I didn't even consider the Supreme, but the Supreme is someone who goes portals through alternate dimensions, and you could interpret the lightning as like a portal at the end, so that might make sense.
That's true.
Yeah.
Next
and
most popular
response. Would be a good way to bring the Supreme into, into the season from the special.
That's true. Next most popular response, Bunnix. Bunnix, I think, is the most. It just is the most lightning-y thing we've seen in the show. So that's why I included it. I think it's the most thing that makes the most explanation from the currently available options, because Bunnix portals, and this could have been a portal.
Yeah.
Gabriel from the Beyond the Grave got 3 votes. That was my thought initially. Only 3 votes. Other
Gabriel
responses
from Beyond the Grave.
I know, please. Other responses include Gimme, who affected the consequences of Gabriel's wish onto Lila, Nuru, maybe the Miraculous got broken somehow. I think it's lightning. Okay, I don't know. That's kind of funny. It's literally just lightning. A very long response here. Time Tagger, Time traveling Akuma that Lila sent to ensure her future position as Hawkmoth. That would be some timey-wimey nonsense if Lila sent a... Yeah.
That's super timey-wimey.
That'd be interesting. Anyway, most people don't really know or are very split. Like, the Supreme got like 11 out of 45 votes here. So I guess that's people's pick.
That's a lot.
I don't think that we're going to put the Supreme vaguely into one special and then bring it into the main show. I don't think that's happening here.
Yeah, but we've also switched the animation style from the movie or from the show to the movie style. So
I guess the switching style gives more credence to this being like an alternate universe and the Supreme is alternate universes. I don't know. I still think it's Gabriel, but there's just no, this overall though, people have no idea, like, and they're guessing the Supreme, who's mentioned like twice in a special, is like the most popular guess. So really people don't know.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting though, if it was the Supreme and we tied in, and now we have the big bad from like all the Miraculous universes. I could see it. I don't know. You know, you could see them trying.
It could work.
It could work. Anyway, okay, let's keep going. Only a few left, I think. How do you feel about Gabriel dying at the end of season 5? This is what you guys had me add last time. The options: very happy, since I hated him by that point, and it's hard, and it's time for the show to move on. Happy because it was a fitting end to his character, and I'm ready for a new villain. Personally happy since I didn't like him, but he's a great villain, so I'm not sure. Neutral or a little bummed because I loved him either as a character or a villain. Very sad, not Gabe. Delaney, what do you think people picked here?
Happy because it was a fitting end to his character, and I'm ready for a new villain. 60%.
April.
Very sad, not Gabe. 75%.
Wow.
Okay, April's trolling now.
No.
The most popular answer was happy because it was a fitting end to his character, and I'm ready for a new villain. 57%. Delaney gets 2 points on that one.
No, I genuinely thought people were going to say very sad.
I guess they're listeners. 0 people said very sad, not Gabe. April, 0 people said that.
0 people? I put at least 2.
How do you feel about that?
I'm sad.
You hated Gabe by the end.
I know, but I didn't want him to go away.
I know, it's so sad. So most people are happy because there's a fitting end to his character, and that is a fair response.
Fair and true. So
neutral or a little bummed is the second most popular response. I think that's fair as well. Personally happy because I didn't like him. And then I'm very happy because I hated him. 11%. I mean, that's a very high. Come on, guys. I would have said very sad, not Gabe. So
thank you.
I would have been the one.
Thank you.
Okay, Delaney, because April was April trolling, or did April really think it would be very sad? Delaney is only 3 points down now from April, 6-9. Okay, let's go to the next question. Are you guys surprised by this, or sounds right?
I mean, I guess it sounds right.
April's delivered. It's fine.
Yeah, I guess more surprised fans of the podcast weren't super sad about it.
I thought they were on my side, but I guess it was wrong.
Okay, getting close. We're close to the overly animated specific questions, but it's a transition. Do you watch new Ladybug episodes in chronological airing order? No, I watch new episodes as soon as they're available, regardless of what country or what order. I watch new episodes as my country puts them out, but they don't always air them in order. I watch new episodes as my country puts them out, and they always air them in order. I strictly watch in order and will wait until a while has passed if necessary to watch the episodes in order. So at the end of that, regardless of what my country does. Okay. Kind of confusing answers again. I could have probably worded this better. April, what do you think is the most popular answer?
I want to say the first one. And
no, I watch new episodes as soon as they're available, regardless of what country or what order it is.
Yeah, I think it's that one, and probably at like a 41%.
Delaney.
I watch new episodes as my country puts them out. They don't always air them in order. 50%.
Okay. we're going back to the previous dynamic here. April nails this one. No, I watch new episodes as soon as but this is a very split answer. But the most popular one was no, I watch as soon as they're available, regardless of what country or what order. 37%. So I believe April gets 2 points on that one. But so that is the like fandom. Like I'm in the fandom. I will watch whatever is out there. Okay. So that is a minority of people though. Next most popular answers. I strictly watch in order and will wait until it is, regardless. So that I'm surprised. That is, I will always watch in order is the next most popular at 29%, followed by, and these next two ones are, I just watch whatever my country puts them out there is about, 25% or so total. So that's not right. Yeah. So basically a third of I will wait until they're in order. I just want to watch whatever's first, and I watch just whatever. Like I guess I watch whatever my country does because we watch the Disney Channel, right? So we don't even strictly wait for order. They just happen to air them in order. But I think, this is tied to the next question, but less fandom-y people who will always watch whatever's out there than I would have thought. Only 37% of these respondents said I'll watch whatever is out there first.
I just remember there was a time, and maybe there still is, where people were just like, just watch the new episodes, and we're like, but they're not out in America yet. You know what I mean? Like, I remember feeling that pressure from fans.
Yeah, and people still do that for sure. We used to do that in seasons 2 and 3. We watched whatever was out there first.
But it was chaos. So, it's still chaos. But
well, let's see it tied. So the next question is more relevant, specific to us. If you listen to Overly Animated Podcast, how would you prefer we cover new episodes moving forward? Keep going by USA airing schedule with the English dub that airs in order and airs more consistently. I'd prefer you switch to covering the latest episode as they drop anywhere in the world, even if that means watching out of order. I'd prefer you switch covering the latest episode as they drop anywhere in the world, but not if they go out of order. I need the link I sent you. I have the editor version, and they get truncated. Watch any country with any dub, but only if it's chronological order. Or do whatever you guys want. I'm happy listening to Ladybug podcasts whenever they drop, and there's a write-in here. So, April, what do you think people want us to do?
Well, I think they probably would prefer if the majority picked they watch them whenever. I feel like they probably want us to switch to covering the latest episode as they drop anywhere in the world, even if that means watching out of order. But I feel like maybe it's like, would it still be the same 37%?
Okay, that makes sense. 37% watch the latest. Hey, Delaney, what do you think?
Do whatever you guys want, and 50%.
Okay. The correct answer was do whatever you guys want. 45%. Delaney, 2 points.
You guys are so nice. Thanks.
So that's very nice. So thank you guys for telling do whatever you want. The second most popular response was keep going by the USA schedule. 31%. So 76% of people say we can keep doing the USA if we want to. So that's good to hear. I was wondering if people would say would say the watch
as they come
out of order, but only maybe either 0 or 1. I can't even tell. No, almost no one said that. Almost no one said watch out of order. So the 14% of people said switch to latest episode anywhere in the world, but don't go out of order. That is an option. We could cover but I don't think we want to go out of order. So almost everyone is in agreement here. And there, what other write-in episodes were there?
Were there write-ins?
I don't know. Yeah, but some people want us to watch the French version. That was a write-in later too. So I'll address that here. People are like, you should watch the French version. Someone commented that. Someone said the English dub is good, but there's more details in the French version that sometimes get lost.
I miss the French versions.
It's like subtle. It'd just be like some like slight like context in sentences. I understand what they're saying though. And I agree. I think we would prefer to watch the French version. The issue is there's just no official translation that is released in terms of subtitles. We have to go by fan subtitles. Like like right now it'll get released on Disney Plus, but I think the subtitle option is just the English dub track. Like, right? Like I think it's just the English dub. Like, we can try to confirm that, but I just don't think there's an official French subtitle translation. But if you guys have more information on that, let us know. We used to cover Miraculous subs, which was a fan translation, but it was a very trusted source. They were like a very official fan group. But now that they don't do it, we just don't have I don't want to cover inaccurate subtitles at any, that's one of my priorities. So to me, it's not really an option still, unless anyone has information on more official subtitles.
Yeah, because didn't we watch one episode in Portuguese and it was like a hot mess?
No, I thought we watched
that was
Ukrainian.
Oh, maybe it was Ukrainian.
It was Ukrainian, at the end of season 3. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I just remember that being like a hot mess, and I think that was kind of when we were like, we can't do this anymore.
Yeah, well, it would be better for the French instead, but still, we need the good subs. And I know that there's good fan subs on YouTube. It's like, this person does a good job. I know, but I need official, So I don't know. I'd be interested in hearing where you guys watch though with the subtitles and how good you've seen them, especially if you speak French. So let us know about that. You can write in podcast@overlyanimated.com with any of that, by the way. Okay. But anyway, so the mandate is not there for going out of order for sure, and not much of a mandate for watching as they drop. So that's interesting. Okay, we've arrived at the big question. Who's your favorite host? You have to pick one, smiley face. Dylan, Delaney, or April? I believe the answer was April barely won this question 4 years ago when we did this. But who is the most popular host now? Delaney.
April, 100%.
Okay, Delaney back to throwing. April, who do you think?
I was going to say Delaney.
No, I thought you told us that everyone picked one person.
You have to pick one. No, they don't answer as a group. You have I'm just coyly commenting you got to answer this, but I mean they don't have to.
No, I mean earlier I thought that's what you said.
No. It's very split. You can change your percent.
51% April.
Okay.
I was gonna do Delaney at 57%.
It'd be really funny if it's really a complete 30-30
Is 45 divisible by 3? Hold on.
You guys can guess. No predictions of Dylan?
Dylan, 100%.
I want to be the Twitter meme of no pizza for Giacomo. I don't know.
No bless yous for Giacomo.
No bless yous for Giacomo. That's how I feel right now.
No bless yous for Giacomo.
Come on, but you guys are right. It's not me. It is in a close race. April remains the correct answer here. Very close though.
Yep.
41% April, 30. So the difference was 2 votes. So it's basically split between you guys.
It's because April's paying people.
Yeah, I think so. I think April paid Twitter bots. Only 23% of people said me, sad face. Also, one of them was Sarah, so it's very sad face here. No, this is what I would expect. I'm the host. You guys are the personalities, right? You expect people to pick you guys. It makes sense.
I'd vote for Dylan.
Aw, thank you.
I would also vote for Dylan.
Aw, thank you. Bless yous for Giacomo. Okay.
Bless yous for Giacomo.
I will say Delaney was winning most of the time. This was a late April surge. So, yeah, Delaney was winning most of the time.
Late April surge.
Late April into May. Okay, Delaney gets 1 point here. So Delaney only down by 2 heading into the last few questions here. Because April didn't have wasn't able to pick herself, even though she knew she'd be the answer. She wasn't able to do it.
She couldn't do it. It's like when you're running for something, you're like, I can't vote for myself.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
I would.
Actually,
I'm terrible like that.
This is the last question, so Delaney has to get both right to tie it on this last one.
Okay. Is there a tiebreaker set up?
I'll come up with a tiebreaker. It's an important question. If you should Luca return to the podcast, The answers are yes, I love Luca, as much Luca as possible. Yes, but only once or twice a year, like now. No, I love Luca, but I think he's run his course on the podcast. Which, by the way, would be fair. You can answer that. That would be fair. Or I hate Luca, angry face.
I know which one I'd pick.
Who went last? It was Delaney. So, April, what would you pick here? Not what would you pick. What's the most popular answer?
I think the most popular answer is yes, but only once or twice a year, like now. And maybe 46%.
Okay. Delaney, what do you think?
Okay, because I think everyone enjoys torturing me. I think is yes, I love Luca, like as much Luca as possible, 60%.
Okay. I wish. I mean, it was close. The answer
I would have
was,
voted I hate Luca, just so everyone knows.
Yeah, I know you would have. Yes, but only once or twice a year, like now, 42%. So April ends with 2 more points to widen the lead. April wins. April retains the voice of the people. Good job, April.
And favorite co-host.
And favorite co-host. April, big winner tonight.
But
it's okay,
my favorite co-hosts are Dylan and Delaney. Does that count?
Boo.
32%.
We do this for fun, and like we don't care.
Yeah,
like,
we don't care.
Our feelings.
So basically, a fourth of the people said no more Luca. 75% of the people said more Luca. So the mandate is there for more Luca. Look, how many people said I hate Luca? Now they might have gotten confused about this being the real Luca. I don't know. Four people hate Luca, but they might have thought I meant the real Luca. I don't know. But that's even worse. I hate that even more.
No, real Luca's fine.
Also, they're the same person, obviously. The real Luca is the Luca on this podcast. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, obviously I'm not bringing Luca back like that. So it would be once or twice a year. So
I'm still not over the show bringing back Luca. That was crazy.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Luca in the new animation style.
I'm also still not over them getting rid of him. Everything was crazy.
They hardcore wrote him off.
They did that just to hurt Dylan.
They absolutely did.
That was what that happened. So we'll see how Luca and Kagami. We haven't seen them yet. There's also a write-in. I said write in, give us any feedback. So thank you guys for writing in. I read all of them. I don't know if I have responses. So I have a response. So a lot of people said, first of all, some of the funniest comment was, April, I imagined you as a redhead XD.
So funny.
Someone said.
Which in our private chat, I let them know that at one point in my life I did have red hair, so
yeah, it checks out.
Yeah,
so funny.
I think you have redhead energy. I agree. A lot of people said, "Why don't you cover this show?" Okay, so I do want to respond to all these. So why don't you someone said, by the way, we should cover Bluey. That was the first time I've heard that.
I'll watch Bluey.
I would watch Bluey.
I actually think Bluey with the 3 of us would be very funny.
Can we do Bluey?
I'm told.
No, I don't think so, but
why not?
It's an option. Here's my response to all these. Why don't you cover the show? So we might, if I can get co-hosts to cover it. But in general, Ladybug podcasts do way, way better than this like random one-off coverage. So why do I like Ladybug podcasts get us a few thousand listeners? This random show that we do one podcast on gets like 500 listeners, right? So that's why. Just a lot of people, there's not enough of a listener base for a lot of this. But if people are excited, then we'll do it, But it's not like a super big priority. That's why we're doing the Ladybug podcast.
This is a lot of work. Like,
yeah.
And you also have to watch a whole show and outline it.
So Dylan puts a lot of work into these. Dylan, so when you ask us to watch something, Dylan watches every episode at least twice because Dylan has to outline. It's Dylan.
Most of the time.
That's true about Ladybug. I'll say that's if it's like a one-off show. I did April and I did Has Been Hotel earlier.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't watch every episode twice for Has Been Hotel. So
I did.
April did though. April was super prepared.
My sister-in-law was like, "Oh my god, I love Has Been Hotel." Apparently, she's obsessed with it, so I have to watch it.
So good.
You do have to watch it, Delaney. You do, yeah.
It was crazy. I was like, "Oh my god!"
recommend.
But it is a lot of work, and we have to, Also, I'm gonna
anyway.
I really like playing Xbox. It cuts into a lot of my watching time, guys.
Delaney doesn't actually watch things, mostly just for the podcast, so that's
it's true. I do need to watch Doctor Who though. That's like real important.
You do. You have to catch
up.
up. Doctor's amazing. This season.
Almost every.
It's amazing.
This past Saturday's episode, everyone will not shut up about it on Twitter.
It's very gay. You have to watch it. Okay. But you guys can still suggest shows by that. That's great though. I do want to hear, because maybe if there's a lot of people that say, I know that there would be an audience for it. So
like I haven't watched Bluey, but I like want to watch Bluey. I think the characters look really cute.
It's really cute.
It'd be very funny, Bluey. I like don't watch pre-K shows, but I mean Bluey would be funny to talk about.
But Bluey's
but
so
everyone's
interesting.
like, oh, Bluey's so adult though.
No,
it kind of is though.
Like, he watches it with his kids, and he's like, "You need to watch Bluey."
It would be fun. And then and a lot of people are like, I watched you on video. I didn't know you guys looked like that. So that was another comment too.
That's always fun. You big face reveal.
Yeah.
Face reveal. We've been on video before. If you scour the YouTube channel, you can see our face. That wasn't a real face reveal, but to some of you it was. Okay. Thank you guys for
when we do videos.
I know people are like, huh?
Yeah.
Someone's like, I feel like someone's like, I didn't know Delaney looked like that. I'm like, what do you think Delaney looks like? Like obviously Delaney looks like that.
Also, everyone, this might be my last pod for just a little bit because I'm having top surgery. Woo!
Yeah.
It's later this week. I mean, I'm gonna be fine, but like I'm gonna have to be recovering and horizontal for a while. So
yeah.
Everyone comments happy top surgery to Delaney.
Yes.
Yay.
Everyone comment bye bye boobies.
Yes, but you should
give Delaney your best dad jokes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, my parents are coming, and April's excited for like nonsense my dad's gonna say. He's very well known for saying like ridiculous things.
I'm so excited.
Oh, Dylan, I told them about your joke, and they were like, "Dylan's so funny, ha 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 ha," and I was like, "No."
Like actually or sarcastically, they thought it was funny. Okay, good. I think the next joke is Delaney was so mad about the season 6 animation.
It blew my boobs off.
It blew your boobs off.
So mad.
Oh, that's a good one. I like it.
Or you're so exasperated by the show.
They just fell off.
Yeah, they fell
off.
They ran away.
An embarrassment from
they're like, fuck. And they like
who can blame them?
They were like, nope.
Who can blame them? So that's very exciting. But yes, that's why we got this in now. But if you guys thank you guys for taking the survey. You can still take it if you want to leave any feedback in that open response one. So I'll leave that open. Link in the description. Let it continue to let us know any more Ladybug topics, but we will see when the show comes back. So they're saying
not autumn.
They're saying in the autumn, so we'll see about that.
Who's autumn? I don't get autumn in Texas.
You're April, not autumn.
Oh, we don't get it in Kentucky. Don't worry. I don't know what that is. It lasts for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's the new, yes. Consider supporting us via Patreon at patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thanks to our current patrons, especially our patron of the podcast, Carter. And thanks to our star patrons, executive producer Steve, Michael, and Phoenician. So, look forward to more Ladybug in the future. Not immediately, though, as we just said. So, at some point in the future, and we'll see when this stuff airs. Check out our Avatar podcast as well at overlyanimated.com or any like Has-Been Hotel or any other things we mentioned. That's an adult show, though, by the way. So, you children. So find out that. So make sure you subscribe. Overly Animated Ladybug feed. That'd be great. And that's it. Any last thoughts from you guys?
No, but we love you guys. So
yes, thank you for doing the survey.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.